Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to my corner of the world. We're here for a reaction to a channel named Eustace, the best jumpings in fiction. I was just looking for stuff to react to and this popped up in my recommended, so yeah, here we are. I don't believe I've ever checked out anything from Eustace before. So yeah, that should be interesting. And it was talking about jumpings, and I saw Conquest in there, so I'm like, maybe he's got some that I could listen to, So yeah, let's hop into this. Link to the original video will be in the description if you want to check out the video on your own. Let's run this up.
What's going on, y'all? Today, I got the worst jumpings in fiction. Let's go back. Oh, wait, my intro. Long ago, before time, and even throughout all of time, war and battle has been present. And within that, there's been techniques and strategies. But one above all, known as, hey, come get this nigga. Or the jump. It's unstoppable, uncounterable, and unbeatable. When this play is active, the ref is unable to do anything. Most times,
Unless they got that reverse jumping in.
I don't know. We've seen Kaido get jumped for 61 episodes fighting 14 different people.
Yeah.
How do you find yourself in this situation? We've seen Mahito get rocked by a high schooler and a middle-aged minimum wage worker. They letting anyone learn this move. Only in Marvel will you walk into a fight with a roster this busted and get jumped by a guy that killed your mom. His whole team was 99 overall.
Right.
He called everyone to come help him. And look who he was up against. Who's gonna stop him here? Hawkeye? Nigga, go home and raise your kid. You not built for this shit. You fucking suck. But I want to start off.
Yo, why is everybody trash on Hawkeye? What is this Hawkeye hate? What did he do to deserve y'all hating on him so much? I don't get it. Like, you go out here and ask just about anybody who actually cares about Marvel or the MCU overall, like, what their opinion is of Hawkeye, they're just going to immediately hate on him. What did my guy do? I don't understand. What did he do to deserve all this hate? Like, he contributes, like, the most important detail that I think a lot of people don't really pay attention to is the fact that every single time he was involved in an Avengers movie, they won. The one movie he was not there, look at what happened, I'm not saying that he's like the key to victory. I'm just saying when he's there, he puts up numbers and he contributes. That's all I'm saying.
Up with Conquest and let me cook, okay? Because
everybody on the team has a role.
I posted a video called Invincible is a Fraud, and y'all said, you're gonna delete this when Conquest comes. Don't ever disrespect my favorite MC.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Boy, hell nah. I watched him get whipped for 30 minutes straight. He said, ugh, I really want to hit something to, please, let's talk about this.
Literally.
That boy is a bum, I tell you.
Like within like 5 minutes.
Say, this was a jumping. He had to get saved by Oliver and saved by Adam Eve. But let's slow this all down so you can see for yourself. So Mark just fought off a whole Mexican family worth of marks. Then this dude pulls up
crazy.
Like, prepare yourself for a real. He ain't from this section. He's not even from this planet. Talking this crazy. Are you serious? Mark looked at him and said,
is hit something as hard as I can.
Yo, he thought that was so tough. Bro, stop it.
I mean, for him it was, but he didn't realize how out of depth he was.
His mother was watching him get whooped on live television, and his brother said, wait, I have to go save my sorry-ass brother. Within 5 minutes of this fight, Mark was rolling around in his own blood. Meanwhile, Conquest is flying down like Superman, ready to punish bro. This is like when you think you can finally fade your dad, then you find out, no, you cannot.
That's
Oliver
wild.
was flying towards bro, and as soon as he got there, he seen his brother blast off again like Team Rocket. And who was he feeling like? Simone Biles? Moving like a Disney princess dancing. He's getting cooked. We not finna act like Conquest wasn't juggling his body off the buildings, off the floor, off the cars, but watch this.
Listen to me. Just listen.
Can somebody tell this nigga to shut the fuck up?
He ain't listening.
Are you crazy?
He ain't here to talk.
Bro really started begging for a conversation after accepting the fade request. Bro said, "Don't give up now, Mark." He's giving him a TED talk right now. Who is this man, David Goggins? Teaching him how to fight mid-fade? Then here comes
Nah,
his
that's
big brother
crazy.
trying to jump. Conquest spiked this little nigga off the floor like a volleyball pro. Then pulled up on Mark and used Broly's signature move. He started talking to him after too. He said, "Where is your Viltrum heart?" He's questioning if he even has that dog inside of him. He
Yeah.
knows Mark is a fraud. Mark pulled up on this man, and I ain't gonna lie, he hit the combo extender. He was going crazy right here, but look at his face. Bro just ate that. No
He
damage on
ate
him, no
all of it.
scratches. This is what y'all wanted to show me? This makes Invincible look good? This is impressive to y'all? Meanwhile, his girlfriend wakes up and she's like, "Oh no, my sorry ass boyfriend. I have to go save him." Bro, she was literally in the hospital and knows she has to save Mark. He grabbed this man by his arm and then threw him. He was dragging him through buildings, then slamming his face on the floor. It was free eats for bro. He literally asked why he was even sent to stop Mark. Basically, he said, "Come on now, it's too easy." He was in this man.
See, my thing about this, and this really goes for any piece of media where like action and like fighting is like a part of it, and you have a character like Mark who's essentially like an upstanding hero, you know, always wanting to do the right thing, you know, things like that. At a certain point, that just does not work, you know, because you are eventually going to come across somebody like Conquest, someone who does not care about talking, someone who can't be reasoned with, someone who is only going to go for your head, right? And if they are beating you down this badly, you have to realize that your style of fighting, like your current style of fighting, is not going to work. You have to think outside the box. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, Mark does that later on, but leading up to that, we should have seen him like chucking like cars, chucking buildings, like at that point, if he is doing this. Look, because he's essentially beating you the same way that your dad did. He is making your body like the weapon that takes the lives of all these people, right? At a certain point, you just gotta be like, okay, me fighting him while trying to protect others is not really working. This guy is too strong. I need to focus all of my attention on him, right? So why not just start fighting dirty? Like at some point, you gotta realize you gotta fight dirty to take some of these people out. Because he has no problem fighting dirty. He's technically been doing so the entire time. For real, for real. Like he's giving you the respect of a 1v1, but it's like the way that he is beating you, he does not care about the lives that are around you. That's why they say it's easier to be a villain than a hero, right? But like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about the lives that you're trying to protect. Not saying that at all. But eventually, you just really need to let loose and just say, you know what? I hate that I have to do this, but it needs to be done. I am sorry for the people around me that may end up in the crossfire, but I need to go all out to beat this guy, you know? Like at a certain point, you gotta do that. You gotta take that leap and just go all out on this guy.
Man's hood standing on him. He had to get saved by his brother once again.
That is something
He
I
literally slapped
never
Mark
understood
out the
about
way.
characters
Then
like Mark.
200
It's
punked
like
his younger brother.
you
And after that, he
holding
turned Bo into a
back
mozzarella stick,
while
stretching
also
bro
trying
out.
to
Yo,
protect
pause.
people,
Mark finally had to
but
do
you
something,
realize you
grabbing
can't do
Conquest
that?
away. But then Conquest gave bro a free vacation,
Like, it's not gonna
using
work.
him to squad wipe whole cities on the beach. This is crazy. So we're about 15 minutes into this fight, and I haven't seen Mark do anything impressive.
Not a thing.
Against this old ass dude, mind you. This actually fits my agenda more, and I'm not even agenda farming, bruh. He's getting embarrassed. But don't worry, because his savior has arrived, Adam Eve. He said, Eve,
Now,
get out of
Eve,
here. Hey,
she
Mark, you're
locked
not
in.
him. We don't need you.
Hey, LeBron. Ben Simmons is here. We're all good.
Eve was out here stopping this man in place, then slapping him with comically large
Eve
cameras.
locked
She was out here
in.
giving this man some stress, and I ain't gonna lie to you, put this in her montage, bruh. Fresh out the hospital too, she going crazy. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna act like he didn't fold her too, but why wasn't Mark helping? She fought this man for like 3 minutes straight. Then he started simping on his main, talking about some, please, Eve, I need you. No, Mark. She needed you before that nigga started playing Hungry Hippo in her stomach. After this, Mark said he's
Crazy.
gonna punish bro. He flew at him, and he definitely did open a can of whoop ass, but he still ended up losing this somehow. He whispered in bro's ear, he said, I'm so lonely. Everyone is scared of me. Bro thinks you're so weak, he trusts you with his deepest secret.
Yeah,
He's
right?
opening up to Mark mid-fight. What is happening here? You lost to a depressed old man, Mark. He was literally about to die until Adam E pulled up with that kami mami mamiyaha. And yes, Mark did finish the fight, but come on, bro. He already had all his skin blasted off. She
Yeah.
carried him. I don't care what you say. 3 fighters were active in this battle.
Like,
Mark,
even
Vaughn,
Oliver
and the
carried him in a
carry.
manner
Now,
of
if you're a
speaking.
longtime subscriber, you've seen me cover this, but it's just so good, bro. It's a classic. Okay, I have to spin back right here. You see, Mahito decided to favor
Yeah.
a middle-aged minimum wage worker, but Nanami said, I don't get paid enough for this shit. So he dipped out of there, then called up Yuji like, hey, come slide in the I'm gonna be there in 5 minutes. And at this moment, the boss call was made. Then black SUVs was pulling up to handle Mahito immediately. You see, because Yuji pulled up on this man with the punch of devastation. So Mahito had a status man in his chest, and he said, you ain't got no hands, boy. We're Sukuna at. And I'm telling you, as soon as he said bro's name, he was dragged down to hell. And Sukuna confronted this man immediately. He said, Yuji finna jump you, and you ain't finna do anything about it, or you already know. This man had to wake back
I
up
mean, that's
to
basically
a
what he
10-piece
said.
combo. He was literally stun locked into the animation with a drink on the side too, because Yuji made him eat his foot. Now look at this. Face full of dogs. Yuji's socks probably stand by themselves too, but y'all know he dirty. But after this, the jumping only got worse on Mahito's side, because Nanami pulled up on bro, saying he was gonna race him. And you can already see, and these dudes was not playing. Pulling up on this man with the chemistry too. Weaving
Yeah,
in
right?
and out, swapping
Where did they
places.
learn this
Mahito
chemistry?
caught Nanami, and Yuji came flying down with a down slam. Mahito turned around, and oh hell nah. Look at this scene right here, bruh. This right here is a special technique known as the sneak, commonly used before the jump even takes place. But Yuji was the one that snuck him actually. Oh no. The tap out sneak had this man Mahito's knees bending. He damn near took a bow, and that would be correct because the show's over, buddy. They was hitting this man with a combo extender never seen before. A kick to the ribs, a punch to the face, as his head
They
flies
were
around like a
piecing
bobblehead.
him
They're putting on
up.
a 2019 Jorge Masvidal performance. They beat bro so badly. His body had to awaken a new ability, his domain expansion. Bro had all these hands out here flying around and managed to only catch the middle-aged man. Actually, he's like 28 years old. I don't know why I'm clowning on him. I'm tweaking, bro. We got a flashback of bro, and he literally works a blue-collar job though. Like, jobs are for old people. I'll never get a job. Never. But anyways, Yuji broke into his weak-ass domain expansion with a punch. Then Sukuna came out and said he was finna punish Mahito for even trying to fight back in his jumping. This was a 1v3.
Yeah,
I don't
basically.
care what you say, but this fight was
It
not fair at
definitely
all.
was
He got
1v3
his
for
alt
sure.
snatched before he even got a use on anyone. Someone check the kinch stats. Did he do any damage? Yuji and Nanami were moving like Prime Peterbot and Poyo. Mahito had a shapeshift into the ultimate torta for extra defense, but Yuji still popped this man. And that dirty bum had to go running into the sewers like a New York City Jew. They left
Hey,
this man crawling back
yo.
to his section after trying to win the jumping. But I told y'all, this technique is overpowered. It's not being patched anytime soon either. You know what's crazy? Mahito has been jumped 3 different times. I was gonna cover it all, but low-key, I'm too lazy, and I lost my voice anyway, so I don't want to record anymore.
Fair
and now
enough.
for Marvel.
Yeah, bruh. Jumping is like a style of combat that needs to be used more in fiction. It really is. Like, it is so, like, I don't know if it would necessarily provide the same level of intrigue if it was like in a purely worded format. Like, like you read a book that has fight scenes in it, and like you read characters jumping somebody else. I don't know if it'd have exactly the same level of intrigue because, of course, you'd have to like picture it in your mind. But like you get like a manga or like a regular like American comic like superhero comic book, or like you see it in movies and TV shows or video games, like to visually see it. We need like more jumping in fiction. We really do, because people are not doing it as often as they should. And when realistically, that is exactly what people would do. If there is an enemy that is too strong for us to beat, like in a 1v1, we are going to start jumping them. Like that is realistically what people do. So like we should definitely see that more in fiction.
This is probably one of my favorite Marvel
JJK
movies
did it
of all
perfectly.
time. Anyways, Captain America and Tony Stark were finna run that fade, but bro knew better than to come alone. Captain America pulled it with Bucky, fucking Scott. I don't even know, bro. What even is his hero name? Falcon or something?
Ant-Man.
Come on, bro. Who gave him a call, right? But Wanda, that's an S tier pull. But unfortunately for Captain America, Tony Stark brought out the Prestige unit, 99 overall, max badges. He brought Black Panther, War Machine, Spider-Man, Skip Her, and then Vision.
What you mean skip her? What you mean skip her? What? Nah, this Hawkeye and Black Widow slander is crazy. And don't even talk about Vision. I can't stand Vision. I'm sorry. Like, I liked Vision, but like the best that we have ever seen of Vision was in Age of Ultron. And nobody can convince me otherwise. Because, like, even if you watch WandaVision, like, he has, like, all of these different powers and abilities in that show that honestly just pissed me off. And it's not because he had those powers, because, like, seeing them was really cool. I like that. But the thing that pissed me off is seeing that he had all of these different powers and he never used them in the movies. In the movies, the only things that we see him do: fly, use his ultra durable body to take damage or punch things, and then use the Mind Stone as a laser beam. That is it. That is literally all we've seen him do. What we know, especially with the power of the Mind Stone in his head, he should be able to do so much more. Yeah, he was so sorry. Like, oh, and phasing. He loved the phase. I forgot about that one. Like, but that's all we saw him do. It's like, how are you gonna show us these different abilities that he has in the show, yet we don't see them in the movies? Like, what are we doing? Vision deserved better. He really did.
Man was not playing around. He was calling everyone. I wouldn't be surprised if I seen Goku in his roster. If I was Captain America, I would have took my ass home. Like, nah, big bro. You got it, big bro. I'm going. I probably would have started running the other way too, I ain't gonna lie. Now, they was out here having a full-out war that turned into some one-on-ones. But you already know, I'm not here for that. But it could get its own video, just let me know. We seen trash versus garbage over here.
That's
Bucky versus Black
crazy.
Panther. Captain America versus Spider-Man, it was low-key peak. But the jumping that takes place towards the end is really crazy. You see Captain America and Bucky try to take off, running from that belt. So Iron Man and War Machine try to fly after them. But Vision's aim is dog shit. Bro's a stormtrooper, so he shot down his own mans. Bro fell out the sky and hit the floor like a cartoon character. At this point, Tony was only seeing red. Bucky and Captain America was really getting away with everything. But this dude, Tony ain't Lil Durk. He finna slide immediately. He pulled up on Captain America and got straight to action. Then grabbed Bucky by the neck and did a flying slam on him. This was wild. Mr. Stark, like the flying choke, you're a damn freak. How did you think it is? What do you even do if the ops grab you by the neck and start flying away? He was finna finish, bro, but Cap came smacking him up. So he came back 2 times harder, smacking Captain
Depending
America,
on how
then
high they
shot some
go,
ankle locks at him.
if
Like,
you
what?
try
Tony,
fighting
what do
back
you
and they
intend
drop
on doing?
you,
Why do you have this?
you're done.
Bucky hit the super uppercut just to get sent flying with the same combo. But look at this right here. He crushed his armor with that robot arm, sending Iron Man's rockets flying. And look at this roll right here. Like, nigga, this shit was not needed. The roll wasn't gonna help you, and you had nothing to dodge in the first place. This has to be considered aura farming, am I wrong? At this point, Bucky starts running for his life, but Tony already coming to deliver that belt to him like DoorDash. Bro was flying up to Bucky, then kicked him off. When Cap hits this crazy backflip. And I ain't gonna lie, bruh, we need an instant replay because that was some nonsense. You were not Simone Biles. Tony tries to get him once again, but Captain America griefs him, throwing a grappler at bro, then jumping off a building. Bucky was trying to escape though, but Tony said hell nah, and shot a rocket at the escape route. Blew up the whole exit route, bringing this man right back to him. This man was really 1v2ing while chasing him. I'm not gonna lie, bruh, he got bagged for this. He grabbed Bucky, then put that boy in the headlock of doom. Then Cap jumps on him, and bro, now they both fall down onto the bottom floor. And I know that got Tony's back hurting, bruh. Reminder, he's a 40-year-old man in a suit. But then he flies at this man with the
I think he
boosted
might
arm,
actually be
and he
older
was
than
like
40.
boxing. He was giving that boy the 3-piece when Bucky jumps on his back, and then right here, this is when the jumping really starts.
Yeah,
Do y'all
this-
see the combos they are hitting?
Nah, this
They
was
are
elite.
punching this man, kicking this man. They was passing the shield back to back, hitting combos, bro. That
When they showed that in trailers, I remember me and my cousin were geeked when we saw that. We were like this is obviously before we watched the movie, but we were like, yo, why are they beating up Iron Man like that? Like, they were piecing this dude up. Like, that is an elite jumping combo right there. And the best part about it is that they did not talk about this prior. There was no talking, no planning that. It was just straight up, we see an opportunity and we're taking it. Like, as soon as Bucky tossed Cap that shield, they went to work, bro. Like, how did they come up with that elite jumping combo with no type of strategizing prior to it? That's crazy.
and then right here, this is when the jumping really starts. Do y'all see the combos they are hitting?
Like,
They are
this
punching
is
some
crazy.
They was passing the shield back to back hitting combos, bro. The dual chemistry they had was unreal. It was going on for a while too. I can't even show it all. All this until Tony blasts Cap back and finally gets his ones. But Bucky went for his chest, grabbing his arc reactor, and that's basically grabbing this nigga's balls. But then he got his arm blasted
yeah.
off for this. Then we see Tony Stark and Cap clash.
The
They was
iconic
farming with
comic
this friend, I'm not
shot.
gonna lie to you, bro. The jumping is real though. Towards the end, Captain America was bullying this nigga. He was getting whooped until Tony Stark used his robot Sharingan and caught this man's shield.
Yeah,
And
that's
oh my
basically what
Lord,
happened.
He was ready for it. Blasted bro back, then flew forward into the combo. Started packing this man up. Backhand him with the blast. Tony, you are a menace. Then look at this. Look at the range of motion at this punch. He was trying to destroy this nigga's soul. Tony was finna finish Bucky, but Captain America ran up on this man, and oh lord, I don't even know what he's finna do right here. Threw this man down like a paper airplane, then got on top of him with the down slams and even added the shield to the combo. He was trying to full-on kill Tony Stark, trying to
No,
send him up to
he
the juice
was
world
not.
content. It was wild. I don't even remember it being this crazy. He picked up Bucky and they just left, leaving Tony Stark in a cold. But that right there is my top 3 best jumpings. Not in who lost, who won, how the jumping was, but how it looked, how entertaining it was, and those are my top 3.
I used to be.
Nah, this was a really cool video. This was cool. Definitely some of the best jumpings in fiction. There are obviously other jumpings out there, not too many that I can think of off the top of my head, for real. But like, I guess the most massive one that I could think of when it comes to live action movies is like in terms of like the number of people jumping one person. The best one that I could think of all happened in Infinity War. We first see it with I think it's obviously Thanos. Thanos and yeah, this did happen first. Thanos and Tony, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, like all the most of the Guardians of the Galaxy. and then Doctor Strange. The way that they were trying to jump and even Nebula pulled up out of nowhere. The way that they were trying to jump Thanos during that fight was kind of peak. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that was pretty crazy. And just gets to remind me, like, that jump and what have worked. They succeeded, if not for freaking Star-Lord, dude. But we're not gonna go into that. And then right after that, they try to jump Thanos again with everybody on like at Wakanda. You saw how that worked out. But yeah, this was cool. I really, really enjoyed this. Maybe I'll come back to this channel for more reactions in the future. Maybe I won't, but we'll see. Jury's out on it. Anyway, link to the original in the description. Like I said, if you enjoyed my reaction, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya.